What kind of stuff are they giving you the most trouble about in terms of censorship? Nudity or
like
lying?
waking up.
Just getting out of bed in the morning?
They just have it in their minds that they want to hire somebody, but they don't want any communication made. You know, they want to like make you into something. I don't know. It's like, I guess it goes into white homes. They're worried about that a lot.
What do they? Yeah, you know, it's funny. Gwen Barrett, our associate producer, or sometime producer, is black. You know, and Carmen Matias is
You
Hispanic.
have to be colored to be on television. You can't,
yeah, colored.
Yes, you can't be black. You have to have a little colored in there. Just a taste.
Tad.
Yeah, just to keep it interesting for America.
Yeah. Well, she said, we were talking about your humor, that your humor offends white people, and I'm not that easily offended. Like, I'm not coming from a spot where Richard Pryor is going to offend me. I think you have humor that makes us see a lot of the truth and laugh at things we wouldn't normally laugh at. I think that's part of what you're doing. I think so. What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Hey everybody, what's going on? I don't have much today. I'm tired of shit, and I did some kind of morning care ritual today, but I'm just tired. I've been up since like 1:30 this morning, and I couldn't get back to sleep. But I started doing some shopping for Thanksgiving, and it's shaping up to be decent. I know my between me and my sibling, we're gonna cook at her house. The usual stuff like turkey. I'm gonna be responsible for cooking the beans. I've actually cured a pork loin, so that's a thing that happened. So yeah, we're working on the whole getting stuff prepared for Thanksgiving. But I am god awfully tired. I did actually I did want to say this. I did actually go and buy some more I went to go buy some more paper to create on. And yeah, no, today is just a bad day for me. Although shout out to the Chicago area nerds on Fat Life. I went out there yesterday. It was the monthly munch, and it was kind of fun. Had a great conversation. And so what I hate about like groups like that is I'm kind of old, and yeah, no, I met a great group of people, but they was all in their 20s. And one of the things that I just dating outside your age group, that far out of my age group, sometimes you feel like you got two different life goals, right? Like, I'm 42. I've hit my kid. They're almost essentially an adult. And I wouldn't like dating somebody or even pretty much playing with somebody that young, because I tend to actually grow friendships or relationships from playing around with somebody. And just something like that, it's fuck, I've already started down a journey of life, and I just wouldn't want to, like, but it'd be so many fun. But anyway, yeah, it's it is a hassle trying to date in your 40s, and not for the reason that most people would actually say. Of course, like I said, I've had my journey of life. I've, you know, did the whole marriage thing for like 15 years and stuff like that. And for somebody to, I don't want to take experiences like that from somebody if I ever got to like dating like somebody under 30. It's just one of my rules. It's like, I've been on my journey. Maybe you just starting yours, and I wouldn't want to take that from them. That's why I don't get why middle-aged guys like dating teenagers and shit like that. It's just like, it's kind of weird. It's like, I don't know. It's just weird to me. Anyway, I want to get to a couple videos. How's everybody doing today? It's actually a good day today. So let's get into some videos. Again, I'm not feeling good. What's up, Rasta? I'm not feeling good too much because it's just tired and I got a slight headache. So I may only get a couple of short videos in today, but you know, I owe you guys a stream. I think last week I missed a stream because, again, I was a little bit tired. So let's get into this stream and let's see what's going on. Okay. All right. So I play video games, and shout out to Derico Rants. I was on his stream Friday. We were talking and you know having a general conversation, and I'm of course am a console gamer. I've been a console gamer. I can play some PC games because like I like RTS, but in general speaking, I'm a console gamer. One of the things in one of the debates I see in the gaming space is piracy is not piracy, emulation a good thing. And to be honest with you, this is a problem that I had with Mutahart, some ordinary gamer. He's preaching on and on about how you should, how piracy is bad. How, game preservation is a thing. And he just recently came out with, no, piracy is bad. And it's just like, I'm of two minds with something like this because although emulation is a thing where it's just piracy, like, yeah. Well, if I have a copy of the game, you can't tell me that I can't take the copy of my game. That's true, but a lot of people use emulation as a excuse to pirate. And just straight out, as an artist myself, if people just StarCraft, the original Warcraft 1 and 2, those are my RTSs. But yeah, like, no, like people use just anything they can to get over piracy. And I came across this video that I wanted to actually do a couple of weeks ago, but just a lot has been happening. So let's see what this gentleman is actually saying about piracy versus emulation, shall we?
Thinking about another game, another franchise. I was thinking about another game, another franchise I liked, and that would be Bravely Default. And I like the franchise mostly because I like JRPGs. So, I have Bravely Default 2 for the Switch, I have Bravely Default and Bravely Second.
And you know what? I was, and still am to an extent, a big fan of JRPGs. There are games where I really enjoy them. I was talking to somebody the other day, like Xenogears. The Xenogears was awesome. To an extent, Parasite Eve, the first one was a JRPG. Of course, Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, like these are like JRPG games that are awesome. So I can get like the nostalgia around them. But let's go.
It's a direct sequel, Bravely Second and Bravely Default. You know, this one is a standalone title. But I was actually thinking, like, people don't actually get to play these games because not everyone knows how to jailbreak their consoles, and not everyone is willing to jailbreak their 3DS or their Switch. But it actually got me thinking about emulation and piracy. It took me back a little bit because
So, right there, I get it. You bought the console. I have consoles. I even had the infamous PlayStation 3 where it was the Linux debate about it. And I've played jailbroken consoles. And it's fun. My issue is you don't have a right to every game. And I think that's my biggest issue. Not that I'm sticking up for a corporation. You don't have a right to every game. You don't have a right to say like, well, I want it, so I should be able to buy it from you. You don't have that right. Now, if a company is just being a jerk and just like purposely holding something from you just because reason, that's fine. But like, you don't have a right to say, well, no matter how many people want in, if you don't want to spend the money to make it for my group of people that want it over here, then I'm just gonna steal it. Like, no, you don't have that right. I don't care what companies say, or it's not even I don't care. It's like, I don't care that you feel entitled to have something that the creator or the producer says no. It just doesn't sit right with me as a creative myself. But let's go.
I was remembering back in 2011 or maybe 2012, I don't know, 2011 or 2012, I'm not sure. But it reminded me of back in the day when I was a kid and I was playing Minecraft. I went on Twitter and I said something to Notch, and I don't know Notch. I'm not anyone. I was just a random kid that said to Notch. And that was before Minecraft was owned by Microsoft. But I told him, like a stupid child, I told him, yo man, thanks for the game, I just pirated. I got it from Pirate Bay, bro. And he said something like, great, hope you enjoyed the game. And if you do, please consider buying, like...
See, like, that whole idea of, well, if they're gonna just pirate it, maybe they might buy it. A lot of these people that pirate shit, they're not going to buy it. They not, because it's not about enjoying the game. Yes, they do enjoy the game. But if they really enjoy the game, they would buy it. This mentality that we see in video game spaces, that, oh, we need to, you better give me the game that I won when I supposed to get it. Dude, like, no, that's just entitlement. And I'm not saying that if you pay your money to a corporation or a company that you shouldn't get the product that you pay for. I have a fucking serious issue with microtransactions. I think they're the blight of the game industry. How many times, like, you don't go to books and pay them for each chapter that they released? No, like, you don't go to a movie and say, oh, well, we need to pay you per scene. No, that's the game industry needs to get away from that blight, and it's people still buy it because they want to do it. Like, they have, game companies have reasons to put it out because people spend their money and put that money out there, but it's just like, it's a blight. But in a lot of ways, gamers are entitled. The whole PC versus console debate. A lot of PC cats literally just want companies to just give them their games and not pay for them or not show appreciation to the games. It's like, well, you should just give me your games. Like, that's stupid. Like, but let's go.
And I think there was something related to that with, I think the game is called Ultra Kill, and I never played it. I don't really know much about the game, but I saw that the developer, someone did the same thing to the developer. Someone said the same thing. Someone said to him like, "Yo, thanks for the game. I'm pirating it," you know. And he said something more or less like not said to me back in the day. And I can't pull those screenshots, so you know what I'm saying now could probably sound.
No, that's just cuck behavior. Like, oh, well, of course you. It's not even cuck behavior because cuck behavior is fun when you want to, you know, as a bull. Cuck behavior is fun anyway. But it's like, oh, I'm taking what you worked your heart on, and yeah, fuck you. Oh yes, master. Can you please beat me some more? Like the fuck? It that's what it is. It's humiliation behavior and not the fun kind of humiliation behavior. Let's go.
Made up. But if you go right now to any indie developer, like there are really, really small games out there that maybe they are the next Minecraft or the next Stardew Valley, and not always, but they will probably respond to you. They will probably say, "Well, man, thanks for buying the game. Hope you're enjoying," or "Yo, man, thanks for, you know, just, you know, if you like the game, please consider buying it." Back in 2011,
And that's the most disrespectful thing to say. Ha! I stole your hard work. Well, yeah, like no. If there is a time and a proper place of giving away stuff, I have given art away for free, no question, just so somebody can enjoy it. But if somebody came into my house, pulled my art off my walls and says, "Ha, I stole it," and I'm like, please, please, can you come and steal some more? That's just like humiliation behavior. I remember when games were fully complete as well. And the thing about it is, yeah, no, there is a issue. Not the stupid issue, oh, games are coming too expensive to make. No, because those same games you complain when they don't look crisp. Well, like people literally say games are too expensive to make. And like, no, you that don't stop motherfuckers from buying and playing them. But they too expensive. No, you don't want to pay for it. If you could steal it, you would, because you want to still enjoy the game, but you don't want to pay for it. You don't want to pay. I get it. You don't want to pay for the companies to make profits, but you also paying for artists and coders and all of these people that's making the game. And yes, the company is taking a percentage, but you still paying artists. And I can rant about this so much. Let's go.
Notch he wasn't like a billionaire like he is now. He was just another indie developer. But I still remember that, and as I was saying, I was remembering that the developer from Ultra Kill, he said like, culture shouldn't be something that's available only for people who can afford it. And that's kind of funny because back in the day that was the case. Like I remember watching a video about lost media. It was something about lost media and how most of what was written in like ancient Greece or Rome or whatever, most of it is lost because you couldn't just print the book over and over again. Someone had to transcribe it for you. Back in the day.
See, and this is something that just kind of bothers me. Well, we lost this media, and it's like, okay, cool. This is not that time. Literally, it's like, this is like the kind of thing that kind of bothers me. It's people that complain that there are YouTubers who make videos that they enjoy and then ask for money. It's like, wait, you want me to do this full time and then you want to insult me saying, go get a real job, go work at McDonald's. Now, as somebody who looks to make YouTube their career, I think I should put that out there. And somebody who has actually worked full time and try to do YouTube, it's literally a job. It is literally a job. And God, I sound like some of those videos. Well, lucky I'm not getting paid from YouTube, so I'm not fighting for my livelihood that I have right now for what I hope to have. But no, it's just the people that's like, oh, you should just do it for free. You should do it for a passion project. Art takes energy. That piece of art that I got over my shoulder right now, that took energy. And for people to be like, oh, it should be passion. It's like, no, that shit takes energy. You should do it for the love of it. Like, you don't do it for the love of it. And these are always the people that never create, that has never created. They say, oh, you should just do it for free and hope that people like it. I'm gonna pay you in intention, like the. And this is not knocking like the people who can't help support artists, can't help support content creators, can't help support movie studios, but just like, don't just take it as a writ that somebody should entertain you for free, be your dancing monkey, and you're not throwing in a coin. It's one of those things. Let's go.
It really was the case. Culture only existed for people who could afford it. So, did you know someone who had a copy of a book you wanted to read? Could you pay for someone to transcribe that book for you? Yeah, so, okay, culture for you. Video games, to me, they are so... I'm not gonna say that they are the most important type of media. I think video games are...
No, but they're your chosen form of media that you enjoy, and you feel that nothing should keep me away from it. I don't know. I get the whole thing, and actually being a lefty, I get the whole thing that corporations are abusing the hell out of their creatives. I get it. I get it. It's one of those things where like the profit motive is toxic to art creation, and video games are art. But you also have to pay the people that makes it. Let's go.
Cool and all, and I think it's really important how this year all types of artists work to make this thing possible. We not only have the people who are coding the games, the people who made the engine, and we also have the people who have to draw this, people who have to draw what's in the game, people who are making the menus, people who are making this plastic, musicians making the soundtracks. You have people who are writing the stories for the games, almost like a movie, but even more complicated, because you also have to collab with. I mean, it's a huge collaboration, and that's culture. And if possible, you should buy the games you like. You should always or almost always buy games from indie developers if you played the game and you liked it. Or
why just indie creators? And hello, indie creator myself, when it comes to doing art, why just indie creators? Why just say that? Make a game that people are going to buy, stuff that you're going to enjoy. Do that. Don't just say, oh, you got to support indie creators. That's not, you support games that you like. That's what you should do. Hello, and again, indie creator here. I don't. Okay, it's just this, sanctification of, well, yeah, let's just, indie creators are good, and like, a lot of them are not. There is a reason why we have so much shovelware. We do. We have a lot of shovelware. This romanticism of just, all right, let's just go.
Or if sometimes an indie game is $10, $20, so you shouldn't pirate those types of games, because sometimes the
and see here, let's go back to this.
$20, so you shouldn't.
This is just stupid right here. If you played it and don't like it, ask for a refund on Steam. Sony and Nintendo are a-holes when it comes to refunds, so that's that. I don't know about Microsoft. Microsoft is as well. Like, the fuck is wrong with people, man? I mean, like, I know people grade Microsoft on the curb, but I would think that it would be not as steep as they get away with. I'm sorry. It's just like, people grade Microsoft on the curb about anything. They come out with a $600 box that only has 2 terabytes of storage. Oh, it's not a problem. It's just another Xbox. Sony comes out with the PlayStation 5 Pro. It actually improves games. Well, I don't think it should be $700. but you didn't spend 13 on a graphics card alone. Well, that's different because I can upgrade the graphics card. I don't know. I'm rambling.
Pirate those types of games because sometimes the developers, that's their only way to make some money from their creation. But if
So you recognize developers need to make money from their creation. Do you think that magically changed because somebody works for a big company? And this just what makes it sad is like I'm not a oh yeah, let's promote a big company. Like no, it's just like I I like seriously. I don't get this entitlement that it comes from gamers. They just feel so entitled. And hell, I'm a gamer too. I can be an entitled asshole as well. Look, here, case in point. Do you know every Thursday I get up and play the Astrobot game? The shit is the updates that they've been doing are for free. But if they would have stopped after the third one, I would have had an issue. Well, you can say Crimson, it was a free update. I know it was a free update. They said they was gonna do 5 extra levels, and if they would have stopped at the third one after I already bought the game, played the game to completion, actually got the trophy, the platinum trophy on it, but they said, oh, they promised to give me something for free. There are games that I literally paid for PlayStation Plus, the lower level, and there are games that are for essentially free. It's the demo now, like Off the Grid. Off the Grid is a very, very rough demo. Don't really like it. It's almost a Fortnite clone. I don't really like it, but I ain't gonna pay for a membership. Like, you know, I get it. But some of this is out of hand. Some of it's just completely out of. I got you. You should make it for free and let people decide if they want to buy it. Well, that don't work for it. You can't say that about food, and arguably, that's more essential. Joke. You can't say that about a car. I mean, you can get away with getting a car and not paying for it later, but you ain't gonna have that car for long. You don't go into a movie theater, watch it, and then have a donation box if you want to get it if you want to pay afterwards. None of this works in any other media. You can go to a library and get a book for free, but you pay for that through your taxes. But let's go.
if we're talking about Nintendo, or now it's Microsoft, but Bethesda, if we're talking about games like that, if we're talking about huge companies, I don't really have an issue with piracy, especially because this is kind of obsolete in most people's eyes.
No, Musk would never. And here, I will say this. Sony is not in a bad place when it comes to profitability. They literally are starting to print money, and the whole Microsoft thing, the Microsoft buying ABK, is just said, okay, cool. You want to sell all of your games on our console? They've like literally decided that we're gonna print money. Them having a storefront has led them to actually printing money. So Sony itself is not in the financial trouble to sell PlayStation. I know the bullshit that people like, they spent $400 million on Concord. No, they didn't. They bought a studio and they put some money into the game, but they didn't spend $400 million. And also, Sony's a Japanese company. The Japanese companies hate the way Western companies do business. That's not a thing. If it was, Square would have sold to Microsoft already. Yeah, the Japanese companies kind of like are at war with Western companies. So I don't think that's a problem.
So even, for example, when I heard they were making Alan Wake 2, I bought Alan Wake Remastered. Why? Because I played this back in the 360 days. No, it's not.
So this is what kind of like one of those things where I take issue with some things, okay? There are gamers, and like I want to say this. There are gamers who, oh no, I need to make sure I can have the disc. I need to make sure I have the disc. I need to make sure that like we preserve games, and I want to make sure that like I need an optical drive. Like the people that were complaining that the PlayStation Pro didn't have an optical drive, where like 70% of game purchases are all digital. No, we need a disc for game. No, motherfucker. You know what it is? You know what y'all are literally complaining about? You want to have and show, look at my game penis. Like literally. If every time you saw me do a video and in the background it had a scrolling list of all of my games, that's literally what this is. I have this game. I have this game. I've been playing since this much. I don't care if nobody believes me that I played the Noid on a Nintendo NES back 2.5 decades ago. I don't care if people, oh, you didn't play the original Mega Man X. How do you know? Like, I don't care. I played it. Those are my games. This is my history. I played the original Final Fantasy. I played The Legend of Zelda 2. Like, these are things that I know I played. You can't take that away from me. I don't need to show that I have a game penis library. Like, no. But a lot of these cats that have this whole issue is because I want to show how big my game penis is. And that's stupid to me. It's stupid to me. Is that a thing that's going, win you points in your circle? And if it is, cool beans, but that's not really much of an accomplishment. You have all 60 of your games that you like on PlayStation all rolled up in a nice and in a row in your box. You finally accomplished something. Maybe your daddy will come home with that milk, or finally come back from buying those cigarettes. It's not an accomplishment. It's just, yeah, that's a thing. But let's go.
It's not something that amazing when it comes to the gameplay, but the story is interesting, and I like the game. They released it. It's an only digital release, and I like to
watch
like the game. They released it.
I forgot to mention that I was talking about Alan Wake 2. But watch this, and I'm calling it now. He was like, but I had to hit the physical copy.
It's an only digital release, and I like physical games. I don't want to give like $70 for something I can't hold in my hands. I don't.
So I've seen this argument before. When you buy it digital, you're only buying the license. And I have to look at some of these people like, that disc is only the license as well, right? Like for real. People say, well, I have a copy of the game. And I have to say, like, first of all, most of you motherfuckers are on Steam. So you're not buying the game. You're literally buying a copy of it. And you know what? If you like physical, cool. I'm not even saying that there's bad to physical. But what gets me, a lot of people who say, oh, I need the physical media over anything, it's just like this false argument that if I have physical, the company that I'm playing this game on can't take it away from me. They can. Every company, be it Nintendo, they can IP block you. They can say, you know what, this device is not going to play our games. We know PlayStation and Microsoft can actually block you. All of these devices can actually block you. They can IP block you. And then does that mean that, yeah, that this is licensed too? Does that mean that, oh, well, I'm going to create a new account and actually use it to in this other account? Cool, but they can really block you. They can they don't just have to block your profile. They can go in and IP block you. And if you don't know what that means, because like a lot of people wouldn't, they can actually go read your device's IP and says this device is broken permanently. Oh, but they wouldn't do that. Yeah, they can. They will. If they've ever felt like they wanted to, they can and they will. And again, most of you motherfuckers that complain about this, and I'm not saying all, like have Steam. Steam is the biggest DRM platform there is. It's Steam. I don't know. But all right, let's go.
Don't own it. I don't even buy physical games if they are like, for example, Monster Hunter Collection. It's ridiculous what they did with this. The second game isn't in it. I bought the PS4 version because I have Monster Hunter 2 for the Switch. But
hey, let's go back.
I bought the PS4 version because I have Monster Hunter 2 for the Switch.
Allow me to explain. The PS4 version only has the first game in the disc. For the second, you get a code. I was okay with that because I had a physical copy of the second game. Wait. You sticking it to the man so much that you need to get a physical copy that you bought 2 copies of it? Come on, man. Come on. Oh, wow. Okay, wow.
But this is not even the worst case scenario. Some games, you don't even get one title. With LA Noire for the Switch, you don't get the full game on the cartridge. You actually have to download part of the game. And, you know, I bought that game because I found it really, really cheap. I found it for like $15 or $20. I would never pay $60 for something that is not really mine. That's why I think piracy.
You buy internet, dog. Unless you living with somebody, you pay for power and you pay for heating properly. Here's the thing. It's not really your license. It's the state's license. They just allow for you to drive on their streets legally. Like no other kind of like, oh my God. You don't own the movies that you watch. You buy licenses. This is just paranoid garbage. And this is the entitled stuff that I think gamers should get their head out of their ass about. And if you have a problem with the way the industry is running, stop buying and playing games. Stop giving your money. Stop giving your attention to it. That's the only way we can get it to actually change. But again, it's not about that. It's about the pet peeves about the specific companies that you don't like. If you don't like the way the system is run, your problem is with capitalism, dog. That's what your problem is with. Your problem is with this fucking Freeman ass kind of economy. Shit, we like hell. If we had Keynesian economics, I'll be happy. But you know, this free market over everything type of economy, that's what your problem is. But let's go. And you know what? Let me stop right here and say this. And this is my problem that I have with Stephanie Sterling. Oh, we're gonna starve these corporations out. Like, and this is somebody who reports to care about artists. We're gonna starve these corporations out. We're not gonna buy this. We're not gonna buy that. Like, for real. Like, you think just if you stop selling making buying games at these high prices, you think the corporations are like, you know what, we had a change of heart. Instead of the CEO getting all of the money, most of the money, we're gonna actually give it to the corporate. We're gonna give it to the artists and creators. No, this is the weirdest stuff. Like, you get these people that try to advocate for more. We need to take down the corporate structure, but they do it wrong. They advocate wrong. Instead of advocating for not just video games, advocating for every sector of business to take care of their workers better, you think it's just gonna be video games and that's gonna be okay. It doesn't sound like you care about the people that at all. It just sounds like because it's causing you an issue, that's why you care. All right, I'm sorry, I had to get that rant off. Let's go.
Piracy and emulation and all of that is important. Not only because I don't think culture should be something that only people with money should be able to afford. You shouldn't need to be rich. You shouldn't need to have a lot of disposable income to enjoy video games.
Stop. This is what I'm just talking about. Oh, entertainment. Yes. Art is entertainment. Art is culture. But why do you just have this standard for art? Motherfucker, there's a whole thing called housing, food, medication. And I'm not saying that we can't push for one or you got to do one or the other, but get your priorities straight. Just because I don't have no money don't mean I shouldn't entertain myself. Dog, I got a better argument. Just because I don't got no money should mean I should be homeless on the street and can't eat. Let's start there. Again, it sounds disingenuous because it sounds like, oh, because I just want this. And that's my problem. It's okay to just like hate capitalism and stuff like that, but it's disingenuous when it's for something that seems actually trivial. Coming from a gamer, this is trivial. Coming from an artist, if it was a difference between buying art supplies and buying food, I'm going to buy the food first. I'm going to talk about, like, and this is one of the things that I hate. Because it's not just out of like, I want artists. I want art to be expressive just so people can actually be expressive. I want people to actually be able to make money off of their art. And I want them to be able to afford something to eat and a place to live. It's not just, and I know it's irritating me because it doesn't sound like it's from a genuine place. It sounds like, well, it's my little bugbear issue, so I need to take care of that. I'm not gonna pay $60 for a game. I need to make sure that these game developers are being treated right. How about I need to make sure all workers need to be treated right? And again, this isn't the whole, we need to take care of the more serious stuff. It's just like, it's disingenuous when it's only just this because it particularly hurts you. But let's continue.
A lot of games, you don't really have an option. Like, okay, go out, buy Animal Crossing, fine. But what if you own the Switch, you like Nintendo games, you like Zelda, you want to play something like the Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD. Twilight Princess HD, I didn't know this, but Twilight Princess is going for $100 now. And that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, because of scalpers. That's because of scalpers. Again, that's not I guess it is Nintendo's fault. They made a game that people like, but dude, again, like let's attack scalpers. Let's attack people that play into other people's vulnerability. I mean, I guess you can say renting is me and the scalper for housing, but like again, that's the thing. Attack the scalpers. Is Nintendo blameless? No, definitely not. But to roll this back on, well, because I can't get the game anymore, it's your fault, so I'm gonna steal it from you. You know, two wrongs definitely don't make a right. But let's go.
Nintendo ported almost all of their Wii U releases onto the Switch, and these two you have to pay a leg and an arm for to be able to play it. And you also you need to have the Wii U, and you know the Wii U is probably affordable now, but maybe it will become more and more expensive as time goes on, because people don't know this, but you can actually play the GameCube on the Wii. You can emulate any emulator that runs on the Wii, you can play on the Wii U. So with the fact that you have the gamepad, it makes the
a lot of people didn't want the Wii U. You can see it by their sales. They didn't want the Wii U. Be it Nintendo's crappy marketing, be it the fact that it was underpowered, a lot of people didn't want the Wii U. This FOMO, well, now I want it because it seems popular because it's gone. It's just cope. It's just cope. Let's be honest with you. It's only more popular because it's out of season, and it's just like that behavior right there is the reason why games are so expensive with the reselling. And it's just, appreciate artists while they're still with us. I was having a conversation the other day, and people were like, I don't really want to watch Dragon Ball Daima because Toriyama's gone and I may not like it. Like, enjoy yourself. Go enjoy it. If you don't like it and he made something that you didn't like, then okay, say that. But don't act as if like artists are more than human. Enjoy the work or don't enjoy the work. Appreciate the artists, the creators while they're still around and while it's still in circulation. And if you don't at that time, cool. Don't just look back and like, I have to have it now. All right, let's go.
The whole experience kind of desirable in a way, I feel like, because you can actually play GameCube games in your bed, and it's not even emulation, and you can just actually, another good case for piracy, you're unlocking the power of the Wii U. You actually get to play GameCube games, something that the Wii U can do natively, but Nintendo didn't allow it for some reason, which is kind of dumb. But you can actually...
It's not dumb if they didn't want to put the money into it. They didn't want to put the effort into it. This whole idea of, they should do it. They should do it because I want it. Is it worth them doing? Like, is it worth them doing? Is it worth them spending money on doing it? If it's not, then you ain't the center of the world. It gets back to that entitlement. It needs to be done because I want it. It costs too much to do it for the small amount of people. And you shouldn't. I don't care. You should do it because every little cent that counts. And I kind of hate that mentality where people feed into the every little cent counts, every little sale counts, but get mad when corporations are greedy. No, dog, that's not how it works. Either you mad because they greedy and trying to turn the profit on everything, or every little sale counts. You want corporations to simultaneously make everything you want, regardless of how much it costs them, but then complain that they trying to get every cent that they can. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. But let's go.
Go there. If you jailbreak your Wii U, you can download Nintendo, and you can play GameCube games. And the only way you can do it is if you can rip your GameCube games. But even then, what if you wanna play Chibi Robo on the Wii U? Because you like the gamepad and you want to play, you will drop $300 on Chibi Robo for the GameCube just so you can rip the ISO and be able to play it. It's just so dumb. So
this has got to be the stupidest thing that I fully disagree with this. I fully disagree with this. If you can't get the game, oh well, there are other games out there. Stop it. Get a grip. If you think that you're old, every single release, every single title, every single movie, every single video, that is entitlement. That is a bad thing.
I would never have been able to play many of the games I enjoy if it wasn't for emulation. Back in the day, I didn't have a Game Boy Advance. Like I was a small child when the Game Boy Advance was a thing. My parents never.
I wasn't allowed to do hunter and gathering stuff when I was a small child because we had guns and stuff and cars and stuff like that. Dude, like it's just weird to me. And like I'm gonna be this is a super frozen take, but old games played like old games. I get it. Some of the stories are awesome and some of the gameplay we lost to history, but it is a reason why if you go back and play some old games, it is like, oh God, no, some of this is just trash. Case in point, I went back and played Jet Moto and I was like, oh God, no, why does it feel so trash? And what I remember was playing Jet Moto 2. And like, my favorite example. Everybody loves Kingdom Hearts. Everybody loves the fluidity and the action and the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts. They say it's so smooth. Like, no, Kingdom Hearts 1 is trash compared to Kingdom Hearts 2. It is like Kingdom Hearts 2's gameplay is so much a better loop. It's press triangle to win. Like, it's more than that. It has more fluid combat. It has almost a weightier type of float gameplay to it versus just like the original Kingdom Hearts. But everybody thinks, oh, and like simple and clean, like no. The best parts of games are usually like from that series is usually from 2, and 3 was actually fun. It wasn't as complicated in the story as like the earlier ones. But like this whole thing of, oh yeah, when I had the old game was much better. No, it wasn't. I remember playing God of War 3, and God of War 3 was better than Ragnarok. People hated the fixed camera. I know people like, well, I don't like the over-the-shoulder camera. Like, no, the fixed camera was actually one of those things that people hated. It just really caused an issue in some of the battles. The fact that you can move it was better. I don't know. Let's go.
Really got me a GBA, not only because it was expensive, but at least it was where I live, but because I was a little kid. So, you know, why would you give something that expensive to a child and, you know, they'll probably break it. They see it.
Many kids had a Game Boy Advance. Many kids had it. I had a Game Gear and a PSP and 2 Vitas. Stop it. Get some help.
It as a toy, so they'll probably just boom, smash it. So later,
what type of kid was you that you would break an electronic just because reasons? Like, no. My parents would have, outside the threat of physical violence, they wouldn't have bought me nothing again. So I would have took care of my shit. Just be honest with you. But let's go.
Later on, when I became a teenager, the way I played like Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire or Gen 1 and Gen 2 was through emulation. That's so important. Like, I'm not really a big Pokemon fan, but I've bought some of the newer titles. I bought Brilliant Diamond, and I bought Pokemon Shield. You know, I don't think I would care about the Pokemon franchise if I hadn't played it back in the day. And, for example, Xenoblade Chronicles X. Why is this still only on the Wii U? I don't know, but you know what you should...
Because nobody else played the series before. Oh my God. No, 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 no. See, I have a bone to pick about people like this. Nobody played Xenogears. Nobody really liked Xenogears. You can still actually buy it. I have it on my PlayStation 3. It's a thing. Xenosaga didn't get the sales that they liked. That's why. They tried it other places and people didn't buy it. That's super easy. The creator was like, "Oh, y'all ain't gonna buy it on this one. Let me go and create that." That's the reason why. Game companies did not feel like they wanted to buy it. It's simple. Oh wow. Like right now, I really want them to re-release Xenosaga, the whole trilogy. But that may not happen because the one system that they made it on themselves is making it is working for them, and two, the other systems didn't. All right, let's go.
You should download the ISL. You should go and download. There is a program called Wii U USB Downloader or something like that, and you can download all of the games and you can emulate. And I can play Breath of the Wild on my Steam Deck. And this is the Wii U version. If you have a good enough computer, you can probably emulate these games. That's the reason why you shouldn't spend the money on Xenoblade Chronicles X or...
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Because something is expensive, you shouldn't spend your money on it. Cool, great. Don't buy it as well. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Don't play it. Don't buy it. Don't pirate it. If something is too expensive for you, then don't play it. And this isn't the conversation of, well, if you ain't got no money, then you're a brokey. Like, no, some of these people have the money to buy it. They just think that they shouldn't spend their money on it. Right now, I want a PlayStation 5 Pro. And if you subscribe to my Patreon, it'll actually help. No, seriously. I want a PlayStation 5 Pro. But it's too expensive. One, I don't have the money for it. Two, if I did and I can just pay for it with no consequences or costs, outside of the $700, I would in a minute. But for me, it's so expensive. You should go ahead and go to the freight yard and liberate one. That's stupid, man. That's stupid. Let's go.
Or Twilight Princess HD, because Nintendo doesn't even offer the games anymore. And do you want to drop $100 on a used game? Yeah, I mean, unless you are a collector, unless you like the hobby, I don't think you would like to spend that much cash on old games. So,
then stop complaining about it, for real. It's just trash. Let's go.
Emulation is cool, and the Steam Deck is goated for because it's great for emulation. We can actually play PlayStation 1, 2, some PS3 titles. We can actually play GameCube.
Is my man watching Judge Judy?
Actually play GameCube, Dreamcast, everything here. It's not only about just the game being available, it's also more convenient sometimes because, for example, I have the GameCube, I have the PS2, the PS3, I have the Dreamcast. I can, for example, with the GameCube, my GameCube is mounted with Pico Boot. So
again, I don't know what to say, man. This is just the whole thing of just look what I have. Look what I have. I have this. I have this. Dude, I only care about playing games. I don't care what you have. I don't care.
So I can actually go and play whichever game I want. I just put the ISO on the SD card and I can play it. My PS2, same thing. I have the MX for SIO or whatever it's called, and I can play the games. The Dreamcast, it's a little bit, I don't have the GDNU, so I need to burn CDs. It's not always ideal, so I like to emulate for that reason as well. Primarily because, you know, don't be spending money you don't have on these types of games, because as great as they are, you know, you gotta look after yourself, your family, you gotta...
All right, so, and this is what my problem is with people like him, and this is like, you gotta look after yourself, and like, but you complained about the artist getting paid. You complained about this. It just, it's sickening. It's sickening. It's sickening. It is sickening. The only reason why he's having an issue is because I don't want to spend more money. Not even that it's too much. I don't want to spend more money. He gave examples in his video of games where literally they were like, oh, it's fine, it's $100. Oh, it's fine, it's $200. Like, for real. It's just about your bugaboo motherfucking problem. And I'm done with it. Anyway, gamers need to stop being so entitled. And I speak it to myself as well. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching this clip. Oh, man. I don't know, guys. I'm like running on films. I want to get this one video. I'm going to have to push one video to another day. But I'm going to have to get this video pushed out. Alright, so let's get to this new video. Alright, guys. So I came across this video a minute ago. And I hadn't done it because you know, was going through the whole not feeling good type thing and all this other good stuff. And I thought it would be appropriate that I address this video, you know, now, because I don't like something. I don't like this whole idea of, and we saw it with the election that happened a couple of weeks ago. These people who like to chastise black creators, black people on the internet, and just come off really, really pick-me-esque. And yeah, you can talk about the problems in the black community. You don't even have to be black folks to talk about it. One of the irritating things, well, we're just speaking to black communities. You are on social media. It's gonna be more than just black people that see your videos. And you don't know who's commenting under your stuff. You don't. So stop with this whole, I'm just speaking to black people. That's not how social media works, dog. That's not at all how social media works. But it's like, it irritates me because some of these people are just, it's not even that they're concerned about the black community. It's just they flexing on how I'm one of the good ones. And you can actually see it, like, in some of the comments and videos that they do. It's just like, if you were one of the good ones, you wouldn't be complaining about how the black community needs to do this. You will just be doing it. You're just trying to say, I'm one of the good ones. It's irritating. Because instead of taking the time and doing these types of videos, they're not volunteering in the community. They're not, you know, trying to make a direction where, you know, it will be better. They're just sitting back and castigating a whole group of people as if we're some monolith. So that's what initially got me to look at this video. And let's actually just watch it, shall we?
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's the business, YouTube? What's up, family? I am.
Oh, by the way, the title of this video is Black People Are Extremely Ignorant. What a wonderful way to start off. Let's go.
I have worked my 8 hours here at my job. I'm headed home. And I just wanted to conversate with you guys real quick. For the one or two people that follow,
it's converse, but I mean, like, I'm being a little petty because it's just the title of the video. I'm being a little petty It's converse. I wanted to converse with you. That's the actual word.
Me or that actually watched my video. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm not one of those guys that are super motivated to try to get people to, watch my channel or anything like that. It's not that big of a deal to me.
Same here. Like, I want people to watch my channel. Again, I want to actually make this a career. If I can, I would most rather like make a career on my art. But having a job, a side hustle, and a scam, you got to have all three of them in this economy right now, don't you?
But I will say that I feel like my channel is being shadow banned. I really do.
Your channel is not being shadow banned. It's just not being promoted. There is a difference between it. Here. Check this out. What happens is, if enough people watch your video, you get recommended to more people. I know it's kind of crazy as somebody who is doing YouTube for almost 8 years and just now hit 1,000 subscribers. YouTube puts you into the algorithm if people like watching your stuff. That's the thing. All right, let's go.
Because there'll be times where my shorts, I have 0 views for like a week, and then that next week I have 1 view. And then like my other shorts, I have other shorts that have like, I got one that has 2.1K views. I have one that has like 10 views. It's never consistent.
Congratulations. Welcome to social media. And yeah, dude, you can have shorts that have 1,000 views and some that have 5. Hello, like, but like, that doesn't mean shadow ban. That just means that not everybody watches your stuff. I'm sorry. And I know I'm being petty. I get that I'm being petty. But this is stuff that I've had to actually myself look at. Now, when something is an algorithm, it hits, and like I release something every day and it kind of picks up, and sometimes it doesn't pick up within the first 48 hours, and sometimes it does. I get it, but that's just the nature of social media. Not that somebody's targeting you, my friend. But if maybe they are. Why would they? I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that you said that somebody is targeting you, but you have to connect. Why do they target you? Maybe he'll say it. Let's go.
Now I know that the topics can be, can help, can either hurt or help me, but still, it shouldn't be like that. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something extremely disheartening that I noticed about YouTube. And it's disheartening. It's unfortunate. I can't say it's not expected. I noticed that with YouTube, the more, when you talk ill about black people on YouTube, when you talk bad about black people, when you put black people down, when you speak about black people in a negative way, and you're extremely critical of black people, and you put that in your title, and you make that the content of your presentation,
black people are extremely ignorant. I don't know who would say something like that, or who would do that. I don't know who would say that or do something like that. Wow. I wonder if there's a person that would actually do. Maybe this is a troll. Maybe the title's a troll. Maybe the title's a clickbait. Maybe. I could be wrong. If this is a troll or a clickbait, I will walk everything back. Let's hear.
You get so many views. You get put in rotation crazy. You get so many likes, you get so many views. I mean, and people eat it up.
Yeah, dog, because there are people who want to believe bad things about black folks. YouTube is not pushing that because they have some, oh, we need to keep black folks down. No, they're just feeding the slop to the people that want to eat it. The morality of if they're trash or not, no, they are trash. Like, Nazis are trash. Like, that's just, bigots are trash. All bigots are trash. All racists are trash. And that's a thing. But it's not because, it's because people are clicking it. There is a phrase that used to rule newsrooms. If it bleeds, it leads. My God, you seem, just by the way you're talking and the little bit of you showing on your face, you are old enough to know that phrase, if it bleeds, it leads. That is a thing because humans like bad news about themselves or people. It's not some big conspiracy. It's playing to existing prejudices, but it's not. Oh, we got it. Like YouTube, the we need to pander to whoever we need to pander to make money. We need to make stuff that's advertiser friendly. YouTube, dog. That's
not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
But let's go.
YouTube puts you in the algorithm like 90 going north, I noticed. And a lot of the people who are making this content are black people. What tells me one or two things. Either one, they really mean it, or two, they're playing the game.
I mean, duh. All right.
Because they know that YouTube they're saying what YouTube wants to hear. It's either one or two things.
See, and this is it can be both, actually. It can be both. And this is the thing. When you say YouTube, you can mean YouTube as the corporation or the people that enjoy YouTube, the community that's on YouTube. I tend to believe that it's the community that's on YouTube. Because there are just some trash people that watch YouTube videos. I make videos responding to racist or bigoted or sexist videos. That's a thing that happens. I think you need to understand that, my friend. How many views does this video have? 200 and almost 3,000 views. That doesn't sound surprising to me. It is a thing, my friend. Like, no, I get it. I get it. I have been watching internet content for the last 10 years. I've been watching YouTube content for the last 10 years. It fucking sucks. Because it reflects the trash TV that people used to do so long ago. Now it's even easier. But let's continue.
But it's very disheartening. So I'm gonna try something out with this presentation, this video. Hopefully people watch it. But I'm gonna try something. On the title of this video, I'm going to put either stay away from black people or black people are dangerous or black people.
No, okay, it's a con. It's a lone con. It's to try to see if he gets into this algorithm. The thing about it is, you don't just have to use that, man. You don't. Like, I have videos recently, to say the least, where a lot of people watch them because of the title. Yes, if it's a title that people click, and if more people start to click or engage, to all of my haters, hey, I love, like, when you have a real big issue and you want to show me how much you dislike the video, go ahead and hit that dislike video. Hit it multiple times too. Just double hit that dislike video. It really hurts my feelings when you hit dislike. Oh, by the way, leave me a comment and tell me how much you dislike the video. I promise you I will respond to you because you dislike the video, and I'll even validate you dislike the video. Every single hater, go ahead. Oh, almost just came a little bit when I heard that when people dislike the video. Okay, yeah, because I got what I wanted from you. I am telling you, as I've told in videos before, if you're a hater and you dislike my video, or you leave a very, very uncreative insult, I'm gonna have fun with you. I'm gonna post you on Discord. I'm gonna laugh at you. I may even stroke myself to it, but like, no. But just going back to this video, this cat, I get him. Like, if he's doing it to like hit that algorithm, cool. But the traffic that he may get, is not the traffic that I think he wants to get. Because it's not that YouTube pushes it as a corporation. It's just certain people like to look at certain content and actually just, it falls into their pre-existing biases. And again, it's not some big kept secret. No, there are racists on the internet, and water is wet. But let's continue.
People are ignorant, or black people are. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna create a title that generalizes black people in a negative way, and I'm gonna watch my views. I'm gonna really pay attention to what'll happen and how YouTube will respond. I have an idea on how they will respond. I believe that YouTube is going to tell on itself. I really do. I really think that YouTube is gonna.
It's not YouTube as a corporation, dude. It's the audience. I really have to let you know, it's the audience. YouTube doesn't care which way or another. As long as they can put a video out there that they can monetize, they don't care which. Corporations are amoral. They care about what's going to cost them their money. And it's not YouTube pushing it. It's not YouTube saying, oh, yeah, we need to push this video, this bad representation of black folks. No. That will cost them money. What gets them money is eyeballs on the screen. And I get it. It, like, I'm cynical as hell. I'm being cynical. But that's just what social media is. It is a reason why rage baiting content and where there are algorithms that push you being upset. That's a thing because they want you to keep watching. And like I said, I take it back if he really thinks there's a bad thing about black folks. But if he's doing it to like 4D chess it, my man, you playing chess and these corporations are playing just tic-tac-toe. They saying what, like, they don't even pay attention to the titles. The titles are there for you and for me and for everybody who watches the video. That's what the titles are there. They have some banned words, yes. And you've creatively got around some, like, if you would have came out and said those N words are stupid as F-U-C-K, like, that would have been banned. Yeah, because it doesn't sound advertiser friendly. And again, this is going in a completely different direction from what I thought it is. But like, for real, guy, I get it. This is one of those things that, like, people in media don't like to do. Politicians don't like to do. Sometimes the fault lies with the voters. Sometimes the fault lies with the audience. You can tell people, oh, you weren't convincing enough. Yeah, some people lie, and people would comfortably believe lies. You can't just logic something that you got yourself into emotionally. That's not a thing that happens. I'm not gonna logic out to a decision I made emotionally. That's not how that works. Sometimes it's the audience, and in this case, the title that you put will drive a lot of people that in the audience that's just trash. They trash. And you can call them out on it. There are some people that are just trash. And it's okay. Doesn't mean that they're irredeemable either. It just means that they have a trash outlook. So let's go.
Throw me in the algorithm. And if it does, then that will be my proof that what I'm saying is true. But I witnessed it. So I know what I'm saying is true. Because I've seen it. I've experienced it. You know, there's a guy on YouTube that creates content, and he's a black guy. He talks bad about black people. He says that if you're black, stay away from other black people.
And you know who his audience is? You know who his audience is? His audiences are, well, I'm a good one, and racist white people. Like, that's what his audience is, man. I get it. It seems like it's evidence that YouTube is putting you in an algorithm. I get that, man. Like, I don't, and I'm probably gonna end this video in not too long ago, but I want to reach out because, like, I'm not trying to dog this man, especially since he's trying to prove a point. But the evidence that he's actually being presented with, it's about the least amount of assumptions would actually be, is generally the right answer. Is it that YouTube doesn't like black folks, so they want to push, and if that case, then we assume that they just want to push this content, and then they want to, assume that they want to push, or something where, yeah, you put this content out and racist people didn't want to see it. Like, which one is a little bit more probable? Which one is a little bit more probable? Is it that the audience, their audience looking for it, or YouTube is this big mastermind to, the corporation that tries to have Black History Month or push black creators in a disingenuous but advertiser friendly way sometimes? Is it that? Or and they want to just put out this bad characterization of black people, or the audience just looks for it and it's trash. That's all that I'm saying. But let's go.
Say things like that. He says that black people can easily be put back in slavery, and spins, views, and this is what YouTube wants to hear because it's popular. It's popular to degrade black people. You'll get a pat on your back, you'll get a golden sticker, and you'll get uplifted. And people will chime in, and people will say, yeah, you're right. And they'll really commend you and then you'll be one of the good ones. You'll be one of the good blacks. That's what'll happen. You'll be
to have somebody so close to the answers and just like miss it. It's just irritating. He knows what the game is. I just think that he's shifting the blame away from the people that would actually consume the content to it being YouTube as a corporation. The conspiracy route of it. And I don't think it's a conspiracy. I just think that, some people are trash and they will watch trash. It is a reason why. And here's the thing too. Not just for breaking the TOS, but like YouTube gets rid of people that go over the line with hate spewing comments because it interferes with their money. I hope my guy watches this again, because I'm not trying to dog this man. I don't want to seem like I'm dogging the man. I'm being argumentative because of me, but like I think he's looking at this a little bit too much conspiratorially, because in the end, it's the audience, it's the people who would watch it, and you made the title to actually bring an audience to look at it in a way where yeah, some people are gonna look at it and get to the point 4 minutes into the video. I'm like, oh, this man is a troll. Yeah, no, like and it's not a it's a troll way of naming it, but he's right. There is an audience of people that's actually looking for it. And YouTube, the community, not the corporation. I feel like I'm defending the corporation for no other reason, but no, you know what? Yeah, I'm defending a corporation because I'm not accusing them of something. I just think that we should look at this and say that, yo, it's a community. It's the community of people that will watch it. There are trash communities out there. Again, that's not saying that they are irredeemable and you should just write them off. But there are trash communities, and that's, I think, what he's running up against. And there's somebody who's made videos to counteract some of this garbage that you actually see. I don't think he knows the extent of the community that's out there. What happened with the election, this video was made 10 months ago, should actually show that it's a lot of people that just are trash. But let's continue.
Be one of the good blacks, and there are really people in your comments in YouTube will put you in you'll be in a great standing with YouTube, because that's a part of their agenda toward black people specifically. And I know I sound like a broken record, but man, sometimes when you notice things and being black and you notice the hate, the discrimination, the differences, it's a broken record.
All right, I will say this. All right, here's the thing. Black folks are paranoid when it comes to being treated bad by racism. We are. Because the past evidence has shown that it is a thing that happens. Oh, you thought I was going to say but? Sometimes we are too vigilant. But it is a real thing that happens. Like, seriously. Like if you think that if racism doesn't affect black people even today, then I suggest you put yourself in the same shoes that that black folks have and have to deal with it. Oh wait, when you do, it sucks. Oh, they're taking white guys out of video games, white straight males out of video games. My feelings are hurt. Yeah, no, like racism happens, sexism happens too. It doesn't mean that you're evil if you're racist. To me, it means that you're just stupid. If you're actively racist, that just means you're stupid. It means that you're intellectually lazy and doesn't want to take the time to actually learn people as individuals, even though you want to be learned as individuals. It doesn't mean you're evil. Now, if you're calling for the deaths of people, you're just using racism as a shield, but then you're kind of evil, and then we may have to look at other interaction types with you. But like, no, seriously. I think he's feeling a little too vigilant about this, for real. I don't want to just come down on my guy, because I mean, like, welcome to the internet. Welcome to the internet is a thing, and people, because in a lot of cases it's anonymous, are just trash. But you know what? Like I said, this isn't about like just crapping on my guy right here. I think that he's a little bit vigilant about the whole situation, and I don't think it's a YouTube master plot, but I get where he's coming from. But anyway, we're gonna cut the video segment here. Like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching. All right, guys, I'm done for today. I'm tired. I need to go do some other errands later on today before the weekend ends. But I do want to say thank you for watching. It has been fun today. Shout out to all my Patreon viewers, my Twitch supporters. I want to say thank you guys for helping support the stream. Don't forget, we have memberships, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. And take us away, Richard.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah, they're probably afraid of that, because then people don't hate each other, and people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other, they find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism, is to promote racism, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, I would.
Absolutely.
Say, I'm sorry, Jack, but shit, they say I'm white. I'm going to use this.
Right. Absolutely.
Get this job. I'm hungry, But, and that separates people. So they keep people separated, and that keeps them from thinking about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but...
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who think like me, people who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things?
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe...
They go in with good intentions, but it eats them up. It's like a cesspool, it just gets on you and it starts
the system
eating.
levels them.
Pretty soon it's all gone.